Welcome back to my kitchen. Y'all, I know some of y'all have looked at the title and thought Miss Donna has lost it and is over there doing the absolute most. But y'all, listen. Give me 15 seconds to explain exactly how this Pop Rock pound cake has come about. Now I'm getting ready to go on and add my 8 ounces of cream cheese to my mixer. And while I'm doing this, look, I'm getting ready to show you how this came about. And once you see it, then you're gonna totally overstand. It's gonna make perfect sense to you, okay, y'all? So this is how this Pop Rock pound cake came about.
Hey man, I got a good idea. You're gonna love this right here. Listen. I got a good idea for a cake. Never heard this before.
For what?
A cake. Okay. It's like a Pop Rock, like a electric cake. It's, follow me. It's like on the inside it's like a gray, like cloudies and stuff like that, and then like maybe some silver. I don't know. But
wait. You said a what cake?
Like an electric cake.
No, what did you say in the beginning? You said something about
like
some
Pop Rocks. See, what you do is...
You mean the Pop Rocks like when you used to put in our mouth and make all that noise?
Yeah, it's like... It's funny. Listen. Okay, so you get this. You get this the cake, and then, so it's like electric.
You're doing emo.
So when you eat the cake, the Pop Rocks popping in your mouth, it's like electricity.
Are you serious? Now, doesn't it make perfect sense? Okay, so this is how we've arrived at this Pop Rock pound cake. But my dude number one, aka my husband, is so excited. So we're gonna see if we can pull this off just for him. Okay? Now, also my thought process is it's fall time. Halloween is next week. I know a lot of people are going to be celebrating Halloween. You're going to be doing all the little fun stuff for the kids. A lot of us do fall parties or fall fellowships. So I think this will definitely be a kid-friendly cake. And that's just my thought process. I just think it'll be really fun for those of you that are planning all of these fun parties. My husband loves pound cakes baked with cream cheese, so since this was his request, I figured I'd use some cream cheese. I'm starting with 8 ounces of cream cheese. I've already added it to my mixing bowl because you guys, I will have a tendency to forget. You guys already know that if you are been hanging out with us for a while, I'll forget to add that cream cheese in the beginning, okay? I have 3 cups of Swans down cake flour. To that we've added a half teaspoon of baking powder, and then I'm also going to be using a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. But in here I have my 3 cups of flour, and I also have my half teaspoon of baking powder. And once I put the baking powder in, you guys, I like to sift it just one more time. Okay, Swans Down comes pre-sifted for you in the box. So when you purchase it, it's already pre-sifted. But again, once I add that baking powder, I just like to sift it one more time. And then we have 3 cups of sugar. I'll be adding 3 sticks of unsalted butter. It is also room temperature. My cream cheese was room temperature. And today, for whatever reason, I feel like doing 6 eggs. Sometimes I do 5. It just depends on how I feel. But today we're going to do 6 large eggs. They are room temperature, and as you see, I've already cracked them, okay? Now, my dude number one, his thought process is with the Pop Rocks, just the fact of the Pop Rocks popping in your mouth like they are electricity and all of the extra stuff. He wants part of the batter to look like it has like maybe some gray streaks in it like electricity. So I'm going to use some black food coloring to kind of change the batter to look a little grayish. And I'm also going to add, I have some shimmering silver sugar crystals. I'm going to put that inside the batter as well. You guys, I'm also gonna add Pop Rocks to the inside of the batter. Now my thought process is, one thing I know about Pop Rocks is if they get wet, you know, when you put them in your mouth, they start popping. But if for some reason, like if you were just to sit them in the water, then they're not going to pop anymore. So I'm thinking in trying to add some to the cake. I don't know if they're going to pop or not in the cake, but we're still going to put some in there. So instead of me putting a thin layer, I'm going to put maybe like a glob. That's the only way I know how to describe it. A glob of Pop Rocks, because I'm hoping that at least maybe the inside of that glob won't get moist, and hopefully we will have some popping still going on in the inside of the cake. I don't know, but that's the only way I know how to try. So we're going to try it. Even if it doesn't pop on the inside, at least Pop Rocks will still be in there, in addition to some of these little sugar crystals. And let me tell you, honey, the things that we do for these husbands. But again, like I said, I hope it comes out great. And then he wants the outside of it to look like fire, kind of mimic the colors of fire with the orange, the yellow, and the red. So we're going to do a glaze like that, and then we're just going to put these Pop Rocks on the outside of this cake. Okay, so y'all listen. We're going to add some pure vanilla extract. I'm going to add some cream bouquet. And we're just going to have fun. We're going to have fun with this cake. It will take him to talk about a Pop Rock cake. Pop Rock. When he said that, y'all, I was like, what? Are you serious? And he was so, so serious. So, I have preheated my oven to 325 degrees. I've also thoroughly washed my hands. You guys, don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands, because that's just nasty. Now, I'm also getting ready to add my 3 sticks of butter in here with my cream cheese. And then once I get my butter added, I'm also going to add my 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So you guys, we're just doing all of this in the beginning. If I can get this butter out of here. Let's see. Woo. I know some of you guys have been asking about these cakes. Miss Donna, you getting back in the kitchen to do more cakes. You guys, we've been working outside and just doing all the things. Working outside in the lawn and just doing so much. It's been quite busy around here. But we are back in the kitchen. Okay. And then I'm also going to add my 1/4 teaspoon of salt, you guys. I forgot I hadn't gotten this measured out, okay? So we're just going to add all of this in the beginning. All right? So now I'm going to turn the mixer on, and I'm going to start mixing, creaming up this butter and sugar. Before I do that, I'm also going to add my extracts. So this is pure vanilla extract. We're going to add about a tablespoon of it. And then I'm adding my cream bouquet. And this is just some additional flavor. I get asked all the time, Miss Dawn, what does the cream bouquet taste like? What does it do? To me, it just reminds me of a bakery taste, so I refer to it as bakery in a bottle. Some people may not like a bakery taste, and you don't need much. A lot of times I use about 1/2 teaspoon of the cream bouquet. So we've added all of that to the mixer, or shall I say to my mixing bowl. And I'm getting ready to turn the mixer on, and I'm going to just mix up this butter and cream cheese for just a few seconds to make sure I get it mixed up really well. And then I'm going to slowly start adding my 3 cups of sugar. Now what we're going to do, we're going to cream this butter, sugar, and cream cheese until it is light and fluffy. Now the consistency will be a little different because we've added cream cheese to the mixture. But I'm going to cream at least 10 to 12 minutes. I always set me a timer, and even during that process I'm going to stop my mixer at least a couple of times to scrape down the sides of my bowl, because what you'll notice is that as I'm creaming, the butter, sugar, cream cheese is going to start accumulating on the sides of your bowl if you don't have a built-in scraper, okay? If it's on the sides of your bowl, it's not getting properly creamed. So we're going to scrape the bowl down a couple of times and make sure we get that mixed up very well. Now when I cream on high. I usually have this mixer set on about 8, 8.5, okay? Once we get through creaming, I'm going to stop and come back and let you see what light and fluffy should look like, because in this process, you guys, you cannot rush this process. It's a very important part of your mixing up a cake, at least a pound cake, okay? So I'm going to show you what light and fluffy looks like. Don't rush it. Set your timer. Go do something else. If you do not properly cream, it can affect the outcome of your cake. Your cake can fall. It can be extra dense. It can be gummy on the inside. But when you properly cream, you can really tell the difference in the texture of your pound cake. So do not rush this part, okay? So then after we get light and fluffy, again, I'm going to stop and I'll let you see exactly what I mean when I say light and fluffy. And this is what we should look like when I say light and fluffy, okay? So now that we finished creaming, we're going to start adding our eggs one at a time. When I add the eggs, I only mix for a few seconds, just long enough to see the yolk break up and kind of disappear, okay? Sometimes I can still see maybe just a little bit of the yolk, but for the most part, it has disappeared. So it only takes me, once I add the egg, it only takes maybe about 7 or 8 seconds. That's usually how long I wait before I add the next egg, okay? So once we get our eggs added, then I'm going to turn my mixer down to low. This mixer I usually have on about number 2. That's when we're going to start adding our flour very slowly. Now, ordinarily, if I was using some type of liquid like milk or cream or something, this is when I would alternate, starting with the flour, and alternate with the milk. But in this instance, we're using the cream cheese, so we're not going to be using milk. So that means we're just going to be adding this flour. So I'll just add a little bit at a time and mix it in on low. Okay, you're not trying to get this batter silky smooth. Now this is the process, the part of the process in mixing up your cake that you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to overmix, because if you overmix, then the same results can happen. You can make your cake fall, it can be dense, it can be gummy. You don't want any of the above, okay? So this part doesn't take nearly as long as the creaming of the butter and the sugar. So this is literally only going to take me, only going to take not even a couple of minutes, okay, to mix this in. So once we get through adding the eggs, we're going to turn the mixer down, get this flour added. Oh, and then we're going to be ready to play in this batter with color and pop rocks. Now for the fun part. Okay, I'm going to stir just a few more times to make sure I have everything mixed up well and scraping the bottom of this bowl. I have also thoroughly sprayed my cake pan with Baker's Joy. So now, this is my thought process, okay? I like to kind of share with you all, you know, what I be thinking when I'm doing certain things. So, I'm going to start by just adding a layer of the cake batter, okay? Before I start adding, that bowl is heavy. Before I start adding any color, okay? Now I'm going to start with the color, and again, my thought process is, even with the black, trying to make it look streaky like he wanted it to look like electricity, on top of it, I'm also going to add, trying to get in a camera frame to make sure you guys can see. I'm also going to add, okay, some of these sugar crystals on top of the colors, okay? Now he said he wanted it to look sort of gray, but I want to also make sure that it shows up. So I'm sure some of it is going to be looking, you know, black in some areas. Doing the most. You hear me? So I wanted you all to see at least what I was going to do starting out. And then as I add more batter, you'll know what I'll be doing, okay? And I'm also being very careful not to scrape the bottom as I just hit the side of it. Try not to scrape the bottom of this tube pan. And with these sugar crystals, I feel like I'll have more control if I kind of, you know, add them using a spoon. Because I'm not necessarily trying to get them sprinkled all over. I'm trying to make sure I kind of definitely get them on top of these streaks. Maybe it'll look like some electricity, honey. This husband of mine, this dude number one. And I tell y'all, he was excited about his little idea. Oh, he was excited about his little idea and was not going to let me be in peace until I tried it, okay? All right, so here go some Pop Rocks. And y'all, this is strawberry. I also have, this one is strawberry. The original is the cherry. Okay, so these two are red. And also this is watermelon. And it's red as well. But then we get to the tropical punch. And it's like a bluish, greenish color. Okay, I only have one pack of these, I guess, because we don't ate the rest of them. Okay. Now, as I was saying about the Pop Rocks, I feel like if I kind of add them in a glob, that sounds so terrible. I'm talking to add them in a glob. I don't know. They might pop. They might not. But y'all know we're going to find out when it's all said and done, right? You know it. I didn't want to just sprinkle them through. Okay, like I say, if I kind of clump them, maybe that sounds better than a glob. Clump them, then you may have more of a chance of getting a little pop. I hear them popping already. Y'all hear them, listen. Oh my goodness. Leave it to my husband. Hurry up and cover them up so they won't, hopefully it won't pop all out. Shh, y'all be quiet. Like I said, y'all, they popping because they done got wet from the moisture of this cake batter. They still popping. Wow. Oh, we still popping. Okay, so we're going to add the last bit of this batter. And those sugar crystals, I don't know if they're going to be crunchy. I don't know, honey, but that's going to be, that's his electricity. That is his electricity. I don't know where I add these Pop Rocks and sugar, if it's going to be holes, but I don't know. Look. Trying to make the husband happy. That's all we doing. I say, man, the stuff you get me into. A Pop Rock cake. Y'all, he is a big kid at heart. I love it. Okay. I think I've added enough of the electricity, the black, trying to make it gray. I think I've added enough. Okay, so I'm just trying to get it as level as I can. And y'all, so much is going through my head right now. I'm hoping that the sugar and then the Pop Rocks haven't created air pockets in the batter. I don't want to hit it today because I don't want to encourage anything to sink. So we just going to do a little shake. And leave that be. How about that? That's what we do. I started to add a little bit more black or gray on the top. We're going to leave this be. How about that? Okay. And we are going in the oven. 325 degrees. I bake my cakes on the middle rack in my oven. So what I do, just adjust the racks to where there's one that will be in the middle. I'm setting my timer for 1 hour and 15 minutes. And I should definitely be able to smell it before then. If by chance I needed more time, I'll add it. If not, oh, we should be ready to take it out. And yeah, let's see what this getting ready to be. Okay, we baked 1 hour and 20 minutes. So now we're going to sit here and cool for at least 10 minutes before we flip. And while we're cooling, we're going to go on and make the glaze. And with the glaze, you guys, like I've said, he wanted the, wait a minute, I'm going to put a little bit of cream cheese in here first to give it a little substance. So I'm just going to add maybe a couple of tablespoons of cream cheese, okay? But as I was saying, he wants it to look like fire. So we're going to do the orange, yellow, and red. Now I'm just taking a couple of these tablespoons of cream cheese, kind of smushing it up a little bit. Like I said, I want it to have a little bit more substance to it. I don't know why I added the milk first. Anywho, I don't measure, so we're going to start with maybe just to try to give you guys some measurements. Y'all, I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time and just doing stuff all out of order. So I normally add the powdered sugar first if I'm doing it by itself. But when I use the cream cheese, I do add a little bit of the cream cheese first. Kind of smush that up a little bit and then add the powdered sugar and the milk, okay? So if you're trying to make a little bit of glaze, if I were to try to give you some measurements, I'd say 2 cups of powdered sugar. That's if you like a lot of glaze like me. I don't like a cake that has just a little bit of glaze on it. You know, if I'm making a cake for somebody, for some other people, I might do, like if I'm just cooking and I know a lot of people are going to be eating, I may I kind of lighten up on the glaze a little bit because I know everybody doesn't like it as thick and heavy as my people do, our family. So sometimes I don't get quite as heavy-handed if I know it's something that I'm going to be serving to a lot of people. But anywho, if I were to try to give you measurements, I'd say 2 cups of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of milk. Start there first, because if you add too much liquid in the beginning, you'll get it too runny, okay? So just 2 and 2, and then if you need a little bit more, if it's too thick, just add just a little bit more milk at a time, and just a little bit at a time. Okay, I'm adding some cream bouquet, just a little bit, to give my glaze some flavor. And I am pretty much wanting it to cover the whole cake. I'm going to add a little bit of corn syrup to see if it'll give it a little bit of shininess. We'll see. I've never added the corn syrup to just the glaze. I usually use a corn syrup when I'm doing a ganache, but we'll see. So you guys, just that quick, we have glaze. I like to have mine rather thick in the beginning because it helps me get it smooth, okay? So you see how smooth and creamy this looks? Look at that. I never use a mixer. I always do this by hand, okay? And then we're also, I'm going to add just a tad bit more milk. I'm going to separate because I need to add, like I said, we're doing colors, okay? So I'll just separate this, put some in these other 2 little bowls, and then add some color. I think my main color is going to be the red, though. That's a little bit for maybe the orange, and then just a little bit for the yellow. Okay. And we're just going to add some color to that. So it'll look like fire. Okay. We are flipping. All right, interesting. That's pretty. So we are going to continue to cool. Don't want to glaze just yet because it'll all run off because the cake is too hot. That's what the inside of my pan looked like after we flipped. So we're definitely going to sit here and continue to cool. In the meantime, I've added some color. So this is my red, which is looking a little pink. So we're going to add some more red. That's not quite as dark as I want it. You want it to look like it's red. And you know what? I think I may leave it a little, leave it a little swirly. I might like that look. Not mix it all in good, but leave some of the little swirls in it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so that's the red. Then this is the orange. Let's see if I need to add more to this. I think we're good. I think we're orangey enough. Okay. And then this is the yellow. And I think we're yellow enough. Okay. So we have all of our colors, and like I said, we're just going to sit here and keep cooling. Okay, now that we are ready to glaze, I have my red here, and just gonna pour the orange in the middle of the red. And then, I hope this is enough glaze to cover the whole cake. We're gonna pour the yellow over, right over top of the orange. I think I'm just gonna put some of this orange, this yellow, around the edge where that red is too. Okie dokie. Now we're just getting ready to pour. Just getting ready. Let me put this little drop. This red off of here. Right down in the middle. Okay. And I think I'm going to bring you guys over here now, because once I start pouring, I don't want to stop my flow once I start glazing. So yeah, let me bring you guys over here now. So this is my Pop Rock pound cake before we add the Pop Rocks. You guys, I do know I want to get these Pop Rocks on here while the glaze is still wet. Listen to the sizzle of the Pop Rocks. Pop Rocks pound cake with an electric glaze and the crackling sounds of the Pop Rocks at the request of my creative husband. My dude number one. Yeah, I cannot wait to cut into this cake. But I am going to cover it, because I think if not, the Pop Rocks may get kind of hard or chewy. We kind of tested it out and just set some Pop Rocks out. So I think they do better if they stay covered until it's time to eat. Put extra glaze and Pop Rocks, of course, down in the hole. Yep, that's 20 packs of Pop Rocks. It is time. Yeah. He excited about this one, y'all. For real.
Let's get it, people. It's come to life. It's alive. It's alive.
Where your fork at?
I mean, it popped.
I know. Oh.
Some pop.
I know, it's the Pop Rocks.
It jumped.
Y'all, it is actually popping.
It's electricity.
Y'all, this is crazy. And it's still popping.
This thing is popping from. The thing is fitted on the right. It's right.
Hey, I don't know what this gonna look like on the inside. Cause it's got Pop Rocks. Okay, I broke that.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
So what happened was, wait a minute, let me cut another piece.
This is crazy, man. This is just... Okay, let me try that extra cut.
Wait a minute, cause you're gonna have to wait, cause you know they want to see your what you call it? Your
It's like electricity, people.
and I'm trying to.
What?
I'm trying to cut it where I can get. I can't see any of the other Pop Rock colors. Anywho, here we gonna put this on here like this. Oh wait a minute, I see a little bit of the blue.
What we looking for? I want to...
Because some of the Pop Rocks were
I see some green in mine.
Yeah, that was the blue one.
Oh, let me see. Okay.
What you looking for?
Something.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix. It is steady popping on.
It's
It
popping.
is steady popping.
Let me see.
I was trying to fix the inside a little bit with a glaze coming down. Is it popping in your mouth?
There's more.
Is it popping in your mouth?
It's popping.
It's popping when you're trying to.
It's popping.
Wait, y'all. I'm trying to make the platter look.
You can actually hear, but
You can hear. I'm trying to. For presentation, I need to wipe some of this icing off this the front of this plate, y'all. So give me a second.
I want to open my mouth and let them hear the pop.
Is it really popping in your mouth? I heard it a little bit. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming.
How can I put it near them and without me opening my mouth? That would be gross.
Well, that's what you're going to have to do, but just don't make it look all, no. They don't need to see your food. I got this icing everywhere.
Okay, listen.
On the edge of this.
Listen, y'all, listen.
It's popping. That's better. You have to let me taste it. Okay, so the little silver sprinkles, I don't know that I see them. Babe, are you tasting anything crunchy? The gray really didn't turn out gray. It was more black. But you can actually...
Listen, people, listen.
It is actually hot. Where's my knife?
It tastes like it.
And that's what I want. When you even try to cut it, you guys, it pops. Listen. You hear it? Oh. It literally pops.
No shots.
Okay.
That's right.
So, okay, babe, we have to get a thumbnail, y'all. The kids.
The kids gonna love this right
Back
here.
up, babe. Wait, it's still popping on its own.
Don't let that pop.
Wait a minute, you haven't even let me taste. Wait a minute, let me taste it. Let me do a screenshot.
Listen,
Let me taste it. Wait now, he's so excited. Calm down.
Come
You
on,
got
popping in your mouth.
you
It's
got
electric.
Listen,
It's electric. It's in your mouth.
please.
This is crazy.
Oh my
I can't
goodness.
believe it.
Wait. Okay, let me get some.
You got to pop it.
But even when you're trying to cut it. Yeah. Come here, baby, come here. Wait a minute, come here, come here.
Y'all gonna love
Hey, now, listen. Don't let him see your food in your mouth.
I hear well, the kids gonna love this one right here. This right here is an original. I'm putting my claim on it because I thought I was
It has that, like that crunchiness to it.
This is, this is good. Man, but I'm telling you, you're going to love guys. Now, if the kids, if they get over the pop rock shooting out at them and things of that sort.
Yeah. And then another thing you can do too is,
more.
I probably wouldn't wait. I do the cream cheese because I know you love the cream cheese.
It's good.
Like even after you fix the cake, even if you put like a little thin layer of the Pop Rocks on the top, and then like at the party, like right before you serve it, put another layer of Pop Rocks on the top of it. That's what I would do. Lord.
And so here's the tip, guys. Don't eat it fast. Okay.
Let me get the thumbnail. Oh no. We got to get the here. Wait a minute. Y'all, this is you and your bright idea. Wait a minute. Do I not need mine?
There you go.
No, your hand is creating a shadow over my face. There you go. But don't cover up your face, babe.
They know what I look like.
I know, but still. Wait a minute. Let's see if we can do it. Maybe I can use this for
it's popping in my mouth.
Wait a minute. I want to get the cake. Wait a minute. Oh, do this behind the cake. Okay. Yeah, we trying to get the thumbnail. Okay. Then I have to do it.
Okay, so this is what you got to do, guys. So here's the key. You cannot eat it fast. Because you got to let the Pop Rocks settle. And then you start feeling them all in your... It's like electricity going through your mouth and they're popping. Kids are going to have a field day with this right here, guys.
And you know what?
This is next level stuff right here. So, guys, chalk it up. You was with the family when you first seen this thing go down.
It'll be fun, too, like just for birthday parties or just... anything. Y'all see I have 2 slices. Babe, I'm sorry that your gray didn't really look gray. It's more black. I don't know if I just didn't mix it enough. I had 1 pack of the blue. It'll be cool too with the other packs of color too. But you guys, we found that didn't hit the floor. No. I found the pop rocks at our Dollar Tree. Okay? So that's where I found them. Let's see.
You
digging in the cake, and it sounds like it's sizzling.
So guys, that's the electricity going through. How's yours popping out? This is so.
And the Pop Rocks, some of them have gotten a little chewy.
Yeah, a little chewy.
Listen. Okay. Well, you guys. You satisfied, baby, that I did your cake. You supposed to say thank you, baby.
Hey, baby.
You don't open your mouth so they can see your food, but don't do that. No, don't do that. Okay. Well, you guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little longer, but I was trying to show you everything I was trying to do or I was doing and what I was seeing in my mind. As you can see, he loves it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you've not subscribed, please consider doing so. Turn on that notification bell. I've got to wrap this video up because he's so excited he will go on and on and on. Get closer to he'll go on and on and on and on.
But these kids gonna love this, guys.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. We already look forward to you joining us. We don't even say shake something anymore. Shake something.
Oh, pop something. Just pop something. Pop something. Just pop something. Just pop it, pump it, pump it. Hey! Hey, hit the nosy!
Do the pop, lock, and drop. You know how to do that?
Hey, what's wrong with you, baby? You okay?
What you do? Bye, y'all. We already look forward to you joining us again next time.
Bye.